You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. Ah! I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. And it hurt me. So I was just trying to figure it out, but I couldn't. You can't read someone else's mind. You can't figure them out. They got to figure themselves out. So I was like, let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Because it's getting ready to be fire in Vegas. You need to come back. I love LA, so I said, okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And so I was like, okay. But you have a dog, I have a dog. Do we have? And he's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. I was like, no, this is unacceptable, because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there until I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I'm like, dude, I'm the one who has to live here. This is my remote for my phone. You can push play and pause and all that stuff, so that's why I'm holding this. Anyway, and it's way cheaper than the hotel. I told my assistant one day, I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life. And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people, I could do that. I could do this.
Take care of it.
Okay, so that was Dawn Robinson giving her somewhere she can stay.
That bitch, she said all the red flags.
Yeah, everything sounded like a red flag out of her
she
mouth.
said somebody offer to come. His place too small. If you don't want to live in your car, get your ass
I knew
up.
Something was wrong when she said she was living with her mom and couldn't get along. I was like, that's a little
exactly.
odd.
She a uppity ass mom.
This is
supposed to take care of ass.
You want to stay in your car. And the reason this is a choice that she chose to do, because you're not a regular person like me or any of us in this room. You can go sing I Wanna
I'm
Dance
special
Tonight. You can go sing any one of these songs that you got and get a
few
little
thousand.
Get some money.
Get a few thousand with no problem.
I can't
Or
follow
some simp ass take care of you.
I can't follow you, and you've been around these type of people and didn't come up with any type of connections.
Her attitude in her mouth.
I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling the story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant. And when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute. It changed my whole vibe of what I was watching, because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant and she ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be some people that will stick there for a little bit, but 3 years? She said she been in her car for 3 years. Ain't no 3 years of an assistant staying around that ain't getting no money. If you ain't got no money, how they gonna help you?
I just can't understand why. And she's doing this for
Attention.
Because if you didn't want people to know about it, you wouldn't have did it.
Right.
You wouldn't have told nobody. So
She
definitely
hoping
doing
a
this for
simp ass will bust their brains over her.
She's probably had that.
There's it's some mental issues, I believe.
There's got to be a mental
It's
issue.
some mental issues with her.
Or she just straight up
It's
immature
like
as hell.
Tia Mowry in 10 years.
It's it might be like you say, she might be a little mouthy and stuff like that. She might be a
loud
little
as hell.
too goodish.
She live
She
above
don't
her
get along
means.
with any of her former groups.
Right. like shit. So her attitude, like nobody won't give you a hand, nobody won't with you.
I was married to Dawn for 10 years. My ex-wife, the woman that I was in love with for about 10 years of my life, telling the world that she was sleeping in her car and was homeless. That either her mother put her out or her mom was making her life miserable, and immediately I knew all of that shit was not right. I know Barbara Jean Alexander, okay? That woman is an angel. Her mother and I talked, actually, we just talked yesterday. She'd never put her out. She'd never put her daughter in the streets. There's no argument that you could have with Barbara Jean that you could ever view as aggressive or mean-spirited. So I knew something else was going on. I believe it was a cry for help, so I reached my hand out to help. Sad part is, I don't think she'll take it.
But like you say, because you're Dawn Robinson.
Yeah.
And I know we when we ask about En Vogue, we're like, we don't ask about her specifically, but I don't think any of the other girls are shooting bad like this.
No, they're still torn.
Exactly. You can sit there.
So
you get some type of residual on top of that on the music.
Now they got their money.
They
I
did.
can say that.
But you could tour for En Vogue. You might be able to sing some En Vogue songs, and you can sing some Lucy Pearl songs too.
Right,
you
exactly.
with them too.
Exactly. And then on top of that, based off of, like, you a woman, straight up. Like, a woman don't have to sell no somebody to take care of her.
Not just a woman. You're
That's
a beautiful
Dawn
woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful
Right. You're a 90s.
woman.
You're a 90s
icon. Like people.
like eye candy, all that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's I just listen to you and her energy. It's her mouth.
Yeah.
She got a stink ass attitude, and on top of that, she lives above her mean. And
You think that comes from the car?
yeah, listen how she was talking. She said her mom kicked out. Why would your mom kick you out? You must annoy your parents that much, or you lazy as hell, whatever. So they want to kick your ass
moms
out.
and daughters are kind of, moms usually keep their doors open for their daughters.
Because they in their in their 70s, close to 80s and stuff. You in Vegas, some club gonna hire you to pay you a couple. Yeah, you can get work and be paid a couple thousand
on top
a week.
of that,
easy.
I mean, like she was talking about staying in hotels. That's
expensive.
What kind of hotels? Like you said, it's expensive. What kind of hotels are they putting you in? And why not get an apartment? You paid all this money for a hotel. You didn't think it was a more financially beneficial.
I saw
to
fans
get an apartment
in the comments of her video volunteering their homes.
Right.
I was
Exactly.
one of them. I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie. Still Dawn Robinson. Like, look, I can
She
make
did-
a little room
she-
around here. This
No,
is not
she
a
gonna
problem.
say this is too small. You ain't got.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ain't got.
don't
Listen.
want Dawn Robinson.
Listen.
It's not enough room
It's not
for,
enough
for
room
you,
for
her and Saquon.
Right.
I'm just saying. Like, I was one who offered my place to
No,
Dawn. A friend
this
in
is
need
too
is a
small,
friend in
man.
need.
She wanted which simp gonna come out the best.
But like we've all said, she shouldn't be in this position. Like, your name's too big. Your name.
She chose this life.
She did.
Yeah.
But she's not the only one I've heard in this position. Because if I'm right, didn't I see that the Barges are living out a trailer or something like that? Maybe
Yeah,
y'all have-
there's a new documentary on the DeBarges, and it's not like celebrating their music. It's showing how they live at the moment.
hard times and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, so
That was pretty bad to see. I haven't seen. I don't want to see the documentary because they said it's not like a feel-good documentary. They're gonna just show you the real DeBarges, and you see James DeBarge going from like marrying Janet Jackson in the '80s in the trailer park.
I mean, you have the top, the highest of the highs to the lowest of the lows.
I mean, but you gotta understand when a lot of people, most of these people hit it big, supposedly, right? They are, some of them education background is not up to par. Most of them didn't even know how to read and write.
a lot of them
And
were
a
on
lot
drugs.
of them was on drugs and stuff like that.
Like,
So-
I believe that's the DeBarges,
So-
the drug
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, so you taking somebody out the hood, you changing their life with stardom and some money. You feel what I'm saying? And record companies, especially them white record
But I
companies.
still believe you should still be trying to set some type of contacts and connects while you're in.
understand that. But again, when some people, as the ones that we see that who lives are totally different from where they should be, obviously it was a perfect storm between ignorance, You know what I'm saying? And bad people just don't want to no more.
You think the DeBarges saw Dawn Robinson and like cussed her out? Like, you got a choice. We don't.
Right.
We didn't even maintain our light skin
And on top
looks.
of that,
Right.
my homegirl was like, if you look at Dawn in the video,
Tough skin, flawless.
She's fine. She's still fine.
No, not just that. Her nails done.
Yeah.
Hair done.
Yes.
Like, Dawn doing all right.
Right.
So this is really about attention because, like we
Exactly.
said, Dawn can get back on her feet.
Exactly.
She's
Easy.
very
It won't take a
capable.
lot for Dawn to get on
Hell
her feet.
no.
She could just, like you said, she could just get a dude.
She can do a mini tour of herself.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Man, what if she put her OnlyFans together?
I
And
watch
get
it.
hella money.
Man,
All she gotta do is dress in some lingerie. She ain't gotta do nothing.
she ain't got to
explicit.
even get naked. She
Right.
just being all her
She
old.
just, like I said, this is her choice. This is something she chose to do because she has other avenues
That's
to get
crazy.
money. If anything, you in the car already, Uber, DoorDash.
Exactly.
Like, just open the app
Motherfucker
up.
give you hella tips and they know what? You what? Here, I'll give you $100. They ain't even got it.
Me and my homegirl were talking about it. You know, you really would. You'd be like, damn, my dropper look like somebody, but then she look like Dawn from En Vogue. But this ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Somebody gonna have to ask, like, hey,
Ain't no way this Dawn from En
I'm
Vogue
sorry,
dropping this
but you look like the lady from En Vogue. Is you a lady from En Vogue?
She's not going to admit it.
No, yes, she
Definitely-
will.
no, she's not.
going to admit
She
it.
will admit it.
She's
She
going to
just
admit
admitted
it.
to living in
Listen,
the car on camera.
she want attention, nigga. If she
And
sitting
then
up
she
here
gonna
saying
give you
I'm
her
in the car,
GoFundMe.
if you acknowledge who she is or was or whatever the case may be, she gonna eat that shit up.
Crazy though, like you living in your car.
She ain't living in a car,
It's
bro.
it's definitely by choice.
Hold on, they got a Grammy, don't they?
Yeah, En Vogue got a Grammy.
I don't even know what happened to En Vogue money. En Vogue wasn't even like a real organic group. They were just a bunch of women thrown together on
That
American
can sing.
Idol style.
That could sing.
Yeah, it was two producers who held a contest, and over 3,000 women came, and those four auditioned, and they made the cut, and that's why they were a group. So yeah, they were manufactured. Don't think En Vogue, the real group, is giving a shit about Dawn. They were just like, hey, I don't know.
Nah, they don't give it because
Yeah,
if they
she was
on
my
tour,
coworker.
If
That
they
ain't
on
my
tour without
homegirl.
her, that mean they replaced her. Like we don't need Dawn.
That means that she
Yeah.
they don't like her.
They didn't like her, so they ain't gonna advocate for her. Lucy Pearl don't like her.
I'm sure that's why she
How
ended
do
up
you
losing
piss
Pearl.
off
Well,
Ali
actually-
Shaheed Muhammad
What?
from Tribe
CQ.
Called Quest?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
Lucy
I'm
Pearl.
talking, no, your boy, no,
Lucy
your
Pearl was him and Raphael Sadiq.
Raphael Sadiq.
And
He
her.
robbed her ass of her bread. You need to look. I looked it up. It's a
So they
documentary.
stole from her.
Yeah, he stole. Raphael Sadiq stole from her. She had a damn solo.
She took a
When
bad
she
d-
left, I didn't mean to cut you off. When she left, when En Vogue broke up, she had a deal, I think, with Universal. But Raphael came to us like, look, let's do Lucy Pearl. You be the lead singer, blah blah blah. She dove into that, shit, and he didn't give her nothing.
So she got two. The En Vogue deal was bad,
And the
Then
Raphael.
she did the right.
Yeah.
So you got hit with two bad deals.
Exactly.
Damn,
how
dog.
he-
He
Go.
It's a TikTok. I'll send it to you, dude. He talk about it.
Crazy.